it's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. I hate giving people bad news. And I had been in conversation with one of my people, and I was telling them about a business opportunity that I was looking into. I'm not going to disclose that currently today, but it was something that I was looking into, and it's an amazing opportunity. And unfortunately, I had this conversation with them on one day. And so it had been a couple of days since I had talked to them. And so the next time I talked to them, I'm not really thinking about it because it was a conversation that we had previously, but they brought it back up and they were saying, hey, what's going on with that? I said, well, I'm still looking into it. Still trying to decide if I'm going to go through with it. It's an amazing opportunity. And they said that's all they've been able to think about was that opportunity. And they had been telling other people about it. I'm like, yeah, tell your people about it. They can do it. And so they had been telling other people about it. And what I didn't realize was they were going to want to do it too. So the person that I'm talking to, they also want to do this business opportunity. And it surprised me. It surprised me because they had put so much thought into it. They were going on and telling me about all of their plans and, things like that, and all the different people that they've spoke to about it, who they were notifying because I brought it to them. And so they're telling other people that we know. So I'm like, yeah, that's great. It's cool for those other people to know about it. I want them to know about it. I want everybody on our side to take advantage, if you can take advantage of the situation. So when they said, my people told me that they themselves were looking to do this, it was difficult for me. It was difficult for me because, for one, I missed it. I told them about something that is an amazing opportunity, but now they've been thinking about this thing pretty much nonstop. It's like, this is all I can think about. And my people would not be able to do it because of their background, their criminal background. So I was really surprised because they really were expressing to me how much this opportunity was going to be like life-changing for them, and how that's what they would do. That's what their plans were for the future. And I had to say, oh man, oh man, you're not going to be able to do this. And they're like, what, why? And I'm like, well, your background, your criminal history. And sometimes we do things when we're younger and we forget how those things, or don't realize how those things affect our future. And that's why I'm even doing this video, because maybe somebody sees this before they actually do something. Because usually it's too late, right? Now, we all know, don't do this, don't do that. We all know this. We all know, don't get caught doing this or hustling or whatever, robbing people, whatever. We all know those things are against the law. And we hear those things can affect your future, but you don't know, at 18, you don't know how the 40-year-old version of yourself will be thinking. You don't know the things you're going to want to be doing when you're 45, when you're 36. You don't know those things. You don't even know that person. You can't even see yourself that old. I'm older now than I had ever seen myself as a child. As a kid, I probably didn't see myself past probably 21, 22, maybe something like that. I didn't know what 25 was really going to feel like or look like, So definitely at 40, no idea. zero understanding of what I would want it to be or what I want to do at 40 years old. It's impossible for me to know that I would have wanted to be an accountant and maybe get a certification, a CFE, a CPA or something like that. It would be impossible for me to know that. It would be impossible for me to know that at this age, I've contemplated going to law school. I never would have thought that. I didn't want to go to college at all at 18. I was not interested. So the things that you may do at those younger ages doesn't necessarily set up the 40-year-old version of yourself. And so now the 40-year-old version of myself understands that I'm setting up the 50 and 60 and 70 and 80-year-old version of myself. I understand that now, but you don't understand those things then. So there you have it. It's really like unfortunate that decisions made at a different time in life can definitely hinder your future. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really think about those things. And I completely missed it because, first of all, I'm not even thinking this person is going to want to do this thing. I'm just telling them what I'm thinking about doing and telling them all the different possibilities that come along with it. But it was difficult, or it becomes difficult for me when I have to remind people about things that they did. Now, the people who they telling that they can do it too, now they're perfectly fine. They can absolutely do it. But yeah, so I may have government contracts or business opportunities, but I can't take everybody onto that contract that I might be close to or friends with or family with or whatever because of their criminal history. Sometimes it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars at stake. It may be even millions of dollars at stake, like where there's an opportunity for us to go on to a $1 million contract, multi-million-dollar contract or something like that. And I may get a portion of it that I can employ my people, my folks, my friends, family, whatever. But some people I can't bring on because they couldn't get past the background check, which is crazy, right? Because it's mainly the reason that I even do any of the things that I do. But I still can't even bring them on sometimes. So your background can absolutely hinder your future. And sometimes people forget what they did, or they forget their past, or maybe they don't want to think about it. Or maybe they've been operating in a world where it wasn't necessary because, they just already knew what their situation was. So when now you introduce a new thought, they feel like, oh, I can do that. I can do that because they never thought about, I can't do that because my background is too messed up. It's a new thought. So with all of that thinking, oh man, I could do this, I could do that, and stuff that's been on this person's mind for days, and they've had so many conversations about it, and they've like planned to shift their life to this thing that they cannot ever do. It's difficult for me to be in that position where I have to say, hey, you're gonna have to pass a background check to do this. And then they're like, oh, wow. That's oh wow, you're not it. Yeah, I wouldn't get approved. Unfortunately, that's the reality. So if there's anybody who may be able to benefit from this video, just, I guess, send it to them, or you watch it, or whatever. But I just hate to be the bearer of bad news, So I figured instead of just telling my folks, maybe you got somebody you need to let them know this same message. You can send this video to them and I'll let them know your background is not going to allow you to do some of the things that you want to do. And hopefully somebody can see this who hasn't crossed the line per se of what's possible for them to do with their background. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to come on here and say that if you find any value in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we are out. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name.